this is a 15-minute Grace Flow class. This Grace Flow class is going to focus on some beautiful heart openers and back bends. As we're in these poses, opening our heart, I want you to think about the love that God has for us, but also the love that we have for Him. Let's get started.
Stand in mountain pose at the top of your mat with your big toes together and your weight evenly spread through your feet. Your thighs are rolling in, your hips are even. Roll your shoulders back, your spine is nice and long, your arms are by your side and fingers are spread. Stand firm and steady like a mountain. We are going to begin to connect with our breath. If you want, you can place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest so that you are more aware of your breath. Inhale, slow, deep and full through your nose, all the way up to your collarbones, and then exhale out of your nose, all the way down to your lower belly. Mark chapter 12 verse 30 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength." This class, we are going to be reminded of God's love and our love for our Heavenly Father. Inhale your arms out and up for sun salute. Exhale, arms down and fold from your hips. You can have a slight bend in your knees for forward fold. Inhale up for half bend. Come to your fingertips or to your shins and look up. Exhale back to forward fold. Let your head hang. Inhale, step your right foot back to low lunge, lowering your back knee down. Check that your front knee is over your ankle. And then, when you are stable, inhale your arms out and up. And then hold your elbows. Exhale for a heart opener. Lower your arms down and plant your hands and step your front foot back to plank pose, or you can lower to child's pose. Then inhale and exhale, knees, chest, chin, or slide your body between your arms. Then inhale up to cobra pose or upward facing dog. If you're in cobra pose, make sure that your arms are tucking into the side of your body. Then exhale back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look to your hands and step or jump your feet up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, bend your knees and roll up to mountain pose. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale your arms out and up for sun salute. Exhale, arms down and fold from your hips. You can have a slight bend in your knees here. Inhale, up for half bend, coming to your fingertips and looking out. And then exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, step your left foot back to low lunge and lower your back knee down. Check again that your front knee is over your ankle. And then inhale your arms out and up. Take a hold of your elbows and exhale. Open your chest for a beautiful heart opener. Then lower your arms down and plant your hands, stepping your front foot back to plank pose or lower to child's pose. Then exhale, knees, chest, chin, Or from child's pose, slide your body between your arms. Then inhale up to cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees and look to your hands and step or jump your feet up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees and slowly roll up to mountain pose. Inhale your arms out and up for sun salute. Then exhale your arms down and fold from your hips. Your sit bones are nice and high for forward fold. Inhale, come to your fingertips and look out for half bend. Then exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, step both feet back to downward facing dog. Check that your feet are hip width apart, sit bones high, and ribs to your spine. Then exhale to plank, or you can lower your knees down for a modified plank. And then lower to yogi push-up, so elbows are tucking into the side of your body. Then inhale up to upward facing dog. Your thighs and knees are lifted and your shoulders are over your wrist, or you can go to cobra pose. Then exhale, push back to your knees and hands and adjust yourself to come to tabletop pose. Check that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Plant firmly through your right hand and your left knee and leg. Then inhale, lift your right leg up, and when stable, reach your left hand around to take a hold of your foot. Press your foot into your hand to extend up higher, and make sure that you are looking out ahead, not down. Then exhale, slowly release from tiger pose. Plant your hands, curl your toes under, and push up to downward facing dog. Bend your knees here, look to your hands, and jump or step your feet up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang. Then inhale, bend your knees and roll up. Let's repeat that on the other side. So starting in mountain pose, inhale your arms out and up for sun salute, and exhale, arms down, fold from your hips. You can have a slight bend here if you need. Then inhale, come to your fingertips, spine straight, look up for half bend, and then exhale, fold back to forward fold. Inhale, step both feet back to downward facing dog, and exhale to plank or modified plank, and lower down to yogi push-ups, arm tucked in. Inhale up to upward facing dog, thighs lifted, knees lifted, shoulders over wrist, or come to cobra pose. Remember to listen to your body. And exhale, push back to your knees and hands, adjusting yourself for tabletop pose. Check that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Plant firmly through your left hand and your right knee, leg and foot. Then when stable, inhale, lift your left leg, bending the knee, and reach that right hand around to hold your foot. Press your foot into your hand and extend up higher. Look out ahead of you. Then exhale, slowly release from tiger pose. And then push back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, and you can have your arms extended in front, or your forehead can be resting on the ground if comfortable. Breathe. Take a moment to check that you are keeping that slow, deep, full cycle of breath coming in and out through your nose. Look up, plant your hands and slide your body between your arms, elbows tucking in. Slowly lower your head down to the side and your arms are by your side. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, look up and lift your feet and your arms off the ground and reaching back for locust pose. Don't raise your shoulders up and don't bend your legs, as this will place pressure on your lower back. You are stretching back as if you're trying to touch the wall behind you. Slowly release down and rest your head on the other side. We will now come into bow pose. However, listen to your body. This is quite a strong back bend, and if you're not feeling comfortable, you can just repeat the locust pose again if you need. So lengthen your spine. Inhale, raise your head, bend both of your knees and reach your arms around to hold the tops of your feet or your ankles. Exhale, press your feet into your hands to lift up. Relax your shoulders and try not to let your knees spread too far apart. Keep them about hip width apart. Continue to breathe, and as you breathe, you may get a slight rock. Slowly lower down and rest your head on the ground. Let's repeat it one more time. Remember, you can always choose locust pose. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, raise your head. Bend both of your knees and reach your arms around to hold the tops of your feet or ankles. On your exhale, press your feet into your hands to lift up. Relax your shoulders and remembering to keep your knees about hip width apart. A lot of the strength in this pose is coming from your legs. Continue to breathe. Bow pose strengthens your back and opens your shoulders. It also stimulates digestion and gets energy flowing through your internal organs. Slowly lower down and then push back to child's pose. And breathe here. Mark chapter 12, verse 30. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. He is a good God. He loves us. Let us love Him with all our heart. I'm going to leave you here. Please stay in this pose until you're ready to leave. Maybe take some time to meditate on the word today. God bless.